Hello everyone. So I'm going to quickly show the Animate Object Preset layer within Disguise and how to use that for Renderstream. So you can use it to set your offsets to the positional data from Renderstream into whatever Renderstream program you're using. So in this case, Unreal Engine. So you can use Animate Object Preset to control anything within Disguise, any object, but we're going to use it to control the scene origin of a project. So I'll cut to a Renderstream layer here. So we have a project on our backplate. You see, obviously, this is kind of the wrong position we want to be in. We don't want to be in the computers here. So the way we can get to the scene origin firstly is we open our Renderstream layer, open our workload, and open our MRSet backplate mapping. So open that up and we'll find scene origin here. So we'll need to create one of these. So I'm just going to call this SO for scene origin. And now, with this window, we get our offsets. So you can see now I can move around the environment. We can position ourselves somewhere we want to be. Now this is great, but a lot of people get stuck here and they'll make a load of scene origins for different positions on different maps they're using. So if you have different levels, and then they'll jump in and swap it all out. However, there is a few different ways to control this. So again, some people make open layers and go to the offsets. But it's like, which one do you choose and things like this. So actually, I'm going to close this out completely. And we're going to make a layer. So Control L, Animate Object Preset. And that's going to bring up this window here. So in here, we're going to create a config. So we're going to make this SO. I'm just going to call it SO pos. So scene origin position. I'm going to add my object, which in my case is my scene origin. So the SO. But this is where you could select anything. Now we get this. So we've got the same options we did have, but now we can, rotate around our scene. So let's get ourselves into a position that we want to actually shoot in. So let's say here. Great. So that's now saved under this scene origin position. But let's say I want to do a different location. So something I can do is come into here and just duplicate this. So I'll go scene position 2. Now let's say we want to rotate and go over this side of the environment. Like this. Cool. Great. So now I'm on my timeline. I want to swap to my other location. I'm going to open that. Click on here. So a little bit quicker than an open layer, but still not great, especially if you want to preset everything. So let me show you how to do that. So I'll split my sections here. And what we're going to do is we're going to hit keyframe. And then I'm going to go to my second cue. I'm going to click here. So now, when I jump to my different cue points, I'm at different locations. So we have location 1. We have location 2. Super useful. One thing you will notice at this point though, if I click play, we're actually going to animate between different locations. So this is really useful for animating cameras or lights or different movements that you want on a timeline. But this is not what we want right now. We want just to stay at one static location. So to do that, we're going to keyframe the master layer. We're just going to put a slider here. Then if I go here, for example, and move the slider, you can see kind of what that's doing. But if we snap this to 0 on these locations, now when we scroll through, they're going to be static and they're basically going to cut. If we did want to do a quick animation, we can do things like this, and then you can animate between locations quickly. It's a super useful tool, but again, we're not using it like this. So let's make another one. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to duplicate this again. If you duplicate like this, it will actually build the keyframe for you. It's a bit quicker as well. So open up this. Let's say we want to go up on the balcony. I'll bring it up, go around. So yeah. So we can see our Talent is kind of something like that, basically. So now we have 3 locations. So if you want to do this for another level as well, exactly the same process, just have a different render stream layer, but you can extend this across your whole timeline, whatever you want. Just super useful and a nice tidy way. Keep your timeline tidy. You're not using loads of open layers. You're just using different config presets in here. So I hope that helps. Any questions, drop them in the comments and I'll try and answer them for you. Nice one.